Hey everybody, this is Awesome Cuts Inc. Today we have our buddy Elam getting his hair cut. Elam been coming to the shop probably over a year now. He's a young kid diagnosed with autism, and he pretty much does good with getting haircuts. You know, like any typical kid. Some days gonna be better than others, but also when a child is diagnosed with autism, sometimes they really have difficult times with getting haircuts. But we're gonna see how everything go in this video. Right now, I was trying a different clipper, that old clipper that I have, and it really didn't do good with cutting down the hair. So I got a stronger clipper, and I think I have a 1.5 guard on there, and I'm going against the grain just to take the hair down. He get a basic haircut, all even basically, but what I do, I usually take the 1.5 guard and go against the grain, and then I'll put a 1 guard on and take the sides and all the way around his head, shorter than the top. And then with that same 1 guard, I will go with the grain on the top of his hair. He has some light spots in his corners, so you definitely don't want to expose that. You definitely want to just make it basically unnoticeable. But when his hair grows, then you could really see it. So that's what I'm doing now. I have the number 1 guard on, and I'm going with the grain. With the grain is just basically with the pattern the hair is growing, and against the grain is going, of course, against the way the hair is growing, and it will take the hair down shorter. As you see, he is moving around, he's slouching, he's turning. This is a simple haircut, right? This haircut shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to do with a lineup. But you know, with the kids, like, now he knows he's being recorded, and I think he wants to look at the camera, well, actually my phone, and so I just turn him around so he can see himself. Well, here we go. He's sliding down again. I'm brushing him off. I'm trying to make sure throughout this whole process that he's comfortable. And that's the one thing, if you want to service kids, and especially children with autism, do your best to make them comfortable. So, you know, the hair falling on their face, on the back of their neck, all these things is going to cause them to be to get a little irritated. So just do your best to try to avoid these things by brushing the hair off and things like that. But one of the things that you can do, but most of them don't like, is you putting the neck strip around their neck and then putting the cape on. That will stop the hair from falling on, you know, the back of their neck and stuff like that. But they don't like that part, so you just have to do what you can do to make them comfortable. And as you can see, it's a little faint line. That's what I'm blending out right now. I have the 1 guard on, but it's all the way open, and so I'm just trying to take out that line to blend the top with the sides. As you can see, he a little bit slide down the chair. He's not crying though. He's not crying. He just slide down. Here go mom. She coming over to help. He slide down again. And he gonna do this a few times throughout this haircut. But I'm used to it, you know. So I just, you know, pick him up and keep going. So first he wanted to look at the phone. Now his stylist in the back, so he wanted to turn, look their way. And so all these head movements and will prolong the haircutting service. And that's even for adults. If you're an adult out there and you've been getting your hair cut for years and you don't have any sensory issues, you know you're not diagnosed with anything, you don't mind getting your hair cut, let your barber do their job. Stop moving your head around. Let the barber control where they want your head to be so they can get the angles that they need. Of course, I'm not talking about Elam right here. I'm just talking to any adult that view this video who get the haircut. A tip from a barber: please stop moving your head. And when it comes to getting your lineup, don't talk, because your eyebrows is raising up, your forehead is, you could possibly push your hairline up. So look at Elam. Back to Elam, he's yawning. Just like anybody, they get the haircut and now they tired. Now he got the trimmers in his hand. The mom right there. I put some holding spray on the cotton and just wipe around the perimeter so that when I line them up, the hair won't start moving. And the holding spray I use, I think it's called, I just forgot the name of it. It's called Liquid Razor. There it is, Liquid Razor. And it's a small little bottle, but you don't need a lot. And the thing I like about it, why I use it, I can use it on the kids, because it's not a cold holding spray. Most holding sprays are very cold. So if I was to put that on the cotton and then wipe his forehead, it might shock him. It might irritate him more. Even though the wetness of the other holding spray that I'm using can do the same thing, but it won't shock them. It won't be like, whoa, like this is cold, like what's going on? So if you're watching this video, I think I got it off of Amazon. I seen another barber on YouTube using it, and I wanted to try it because it really helps with, lining your client up. Look at him. I don't know if he's waving at himself or he's just moving his hands. I don't know if he's stemming, but now he's moving a little bit. Let me pick him up again. Like I said, he's not crying. He's just moving. He's sliding down. So here I go. I take the headrest out because with kids, they are, they're shorter, so that back of the neck area is hard to reach with the headrest right there. So most of the time, I just take it out, get it out the way. I wish I would have had the phone closer so you could really see how the lineup is looking and why I use the holding spray, because it really helps to get a nice crispy lineup. See, look at him move. This is the hardest part of the service when it comes to the lineup, because most of the kids are going to move. They're going to look another way. They're going to raise their eyebrows, which is going to move the forehead where I'm trying to line them up. And so you have to be very patient. You have to be ready to move your hand as quick as possible. Most of the time, I have to readjust the hairline after I have it lined up, because they might move just a little bit, just enough to throw the hairline off. So, but I was able to get it done. Now, just putting some moisturizing lotion in his hair, ready to brush his hair, and this haircut is done. just brushing him off, making sure I get the hair off of him. Now he's trying to see what I'm doing. After I brushed down the front of his hairline, I noticed there was some hair hanging over the line up, so that's what I'm touching up right now. And by the way, we are located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you have a loved one that's diagnosed with autism, intellectual disability, Down syndrome, neurodivergent, you can go to our bio, go to our website, and you can, from our website, you can click on the Booksy link and you can schedule an appointment. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.